Hello everyone, this is John Cope here from CRT. Today we're doing a test on a valve body, a hydraulic test on our dyno, and I'm going to show you how it works. This particular valve body is a 48RE with our two-stage dump system that's going to go in a gentleman named Derek's truck. He lives here in Indiana, and I'll show you, if you haven't seen our previous videos, of how our setup is. We got a gas motor, which they call us a transmission dyno, even though it doesn't measure any horsepower. It measures hydraulic pressures, and then it puts a load on it, but I don't have the load device hooked up right now. Just to show you what we got going on as far as the gauges are concerned, that's transmission temperature. That gauge ain't hooked up. This first gauge on the top is the front side, is the cooling line, the front cooling line pressure. The torque converter pressure on the front side, which is also lockup. The back side of the converter. The accumulator if it was an automatic shift, and the governor if it was automatic shift. But this is reverse manual trans brake. So on these, it's the first and second stage of the dump system that those gauges will read. I don't have the dump system actually hooked up on this test run, even though it's on the valve body. These two solenoids here would just simply mount right there, and you would run to the lines to it. I have other videos that show you how the dump system works. On this video, we're just going to show you how our valve body tests out our dyno test. Then we have the low reverse servo, which is first gear. The second gear, which is on the bottom side of the accumulator. Now that case normally doesn't have a fitting, as you can see right here. I put one on there just so I can read second gear oil. Normally a torque flight don't have that. Then you got the third gear, direct drum in the front, and then the overdrive clutch. So all these gives you the pressures. I have them all hooked up to the transmission. And the way I read the converter pressure is I tapped into the pump, as you can see right here, and I put a 290-degree fittings on there and brought those lines outside the transmission. So we're the first ones to actually read converter pressure and adjust that with our valve bodies. So, I'll move this around a little bit for you. Let me take the safety lock off. You can see that this rotates. And what's really nice about this is I can flip this all the way upside down, pull the pan and pull the valve body, and never even have to drain the transmission fluid. So it's a pretty nice setup. I'll put the safety back on. I'm going to put the phone down for 1 second because I need two hands to do that. So we're going to go ahead and start this up. And we're going to take a look at the pressures. Oh, I got to put the phone down one more time because I'm not in the gate. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. We got a little makeshift gear shifter. That's park, neutral, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our valve bodies shift in the fourth gear on a 48, 47, 46, and 42 and A500 transmissions, while everybody else's, you got to push the button to get overdrive. And you're going to see how fast, through the pressure gauges, how fast it goes into overdrive once you select it. So I think we're going to go ahead and fire this up. And we'll select first gear. We were in first gear. My bad. Okay. There's first gear. Second gear. Third gear. And fourth gear. Let me get my hand on the lockup switch. I gotta switch the wires for lockup. There we go. So I just got a makeshift little button to turn lockup on. See how quick it is. If I can give it some throttle at the same time. I only got one hand. Let's see. No, I can't do it at the same time. So it's got lockup, and then this gauge here is a little off than the other ones. It's not calibrated correctly. But the valve body's got good pressure. This is the dump side. The converter side. I'll do a lockup one more time. You can see how fast it is. And I'll shut this water pump off. And there you go. That's one tested valve body. All the pressures are in spec. Everything worked good. We'll take this out and we're going to test another one here shortly. If you guys like what you see and you enjoy our videos, go ahead and click like or subscribe. That'd be real great. This is John Cope from Cope Racing Transmissions signing off. Be safe and be healthy.